breakdown relative strength right here. I'm already above my force limit, but we need some units here. So how does it look now, Portugal? You're scared of my mighty Streltsy, aren't you? No, they're really not. But I will use these guys to feed my own units who are starving. Starving of men. So get over there whilst I pay these ridiculous costs. Jake, why don't you give Kiev and Smolensk to the merchants? Well, the relative effect would be tiny. And then I'd have to eat autonomy, whilst Kiev does pretty well for the boyars. Also, you know, when it comes to trade power, we already dominate Kiev. And to a lesser extent, Crimea. And even these other guys were using their power to suck it all up into good old Novgorod, where we make boondollar. We even make decent on the Baltic trade. Would you consider piecing out England before Sweden? That's a tough one, and I'm not sure. I mean, England aren't doing anything too bad to me right now. It's not to say that won't change, but as we drag it on, and we will be dragging it on, I mean, for one, I'll get Portugal out, and then we'll see how long we can keep the Swedes pinned down for, because if I can just 100% Sweden, or as close to 100% as I'm likely to get with this setup, which could well be quite a lot, then that'll work out very well in my favour. Shame about the Ottomans really wanting out of this war, though. Their strength, the length of the war, it's all hurting them right now. And I am very grateful for what they're doing for me. Will you consider 10k ducat payoff, Jake? What, you mean just paying these guys off with dosh? Well, no, and they want something other than gold, which may or may not include war reparations. No, they want me to release... forget that. No, I will be... Shoot, now I forgot what cores I was going to return. Not that there's any hurry on that, because they're actually not so keen on the war idea anymore. It's alright, we can hold our breaths a lot longer than these guys can. Wow, having an army of just 16 of those. I feel like you're missing something. Like your men. Maybe you were part of something else before. In any case, I guess you can have these guys. Whilst you could maybe go and take that back for us. Then again, I see Swedes on the move in the north. Never nice. If you pieced out England first, you get a better modifier on the strength of alliances in the Swedish war. Yeah, but there's also no hurry to piece out the English. There we go. We'll get rid of Portugal. Now look at that, 55 war score on this. And Provence don't look so keen on this war anymore either. And suddenly a massive boost to the Ottomans, because our alliance war score just went way up. So they're happy to stay in all this. See, why worry when you can just win? Then again, these provincials are another pain in the rear end. Lots of pains in lots of places. I'm sure they'll tire out. Meanwhile, my units really need to drink. Netherlands declaring independence. Alright, so things might just get messy here for my enemies. Oh, what? You're at war with everybody. Do you have any allies whatsoever? No? Okay. That's kind of funny. I don't think these Netherlands are going to fare very well. But it still distracts my enemies, which is rather nice. They might just get tied up in that, so they don't want so much of my own stuff. I could still piece out England quite merrily for about 2 provinces, which I'm going to beat Muscovy up for in just a couple of years. I would lose my Defender of the Faith title, sadly. So goodbye one of my missionaries, but I think things should be weighed out a bit better. Ah hell, there's no risk here to just waiting these guys out. How dare those Dutch get claims on my land? The scum. I mean, no money's gonna sell these guys out. Probably unless it's tons of money. Maybe other Dutch miners will join in. Man, Savoy had this land? I guess they inherited Brabant without me noticing. And now the Netherlands are coming to fight them. So maybe if the Netherlands somehow win and take this land off Savoy, I won't have to fight this beautiful thing. I just want them to take this and form Sardinia-Piedmont. I don't think that's too much to ask. I also really want to cross here and destroy you and take this other fort. And I also don't think that's too much to ask. Maybe I can skillfully navigate my way in a way that he won't see coming. Oh, I'm kind of locked in here now. There we go, he'll never see it coming. Or he will blockade me in a much more annoying for me situation. It's Corsica, Jake. Oh, of course he needs the southern island, okay. Ha, there we go. No match for these Pomeranian separatists. You never had that land really to begin with. So in the race of piecing people out, Provence slightly beats Ottomans in terms of getting them out quicker. Damn, we didn't get manufactories. So who wants to guess where it popped up? Land shut. There we go. Unfortunate, but it's going to, you know, it's going to appear in our country. That's pretty safe. I built a lot of these things, and even in the low development provinces, it's pretty fast. And those that are pretty high development, it's ultra fast. Lovely. In my experience in recent patches, the Netherlands never succeeded because there's an event which lets them ally opponents of allies, but they can't call them into war. Okay. Well, there we go. Coldest period of Little Ice Age, pushing down the cost or the money for fish. And thanks Savoy for taking care of those. Not so thanks for getting ever closer to me. Maybe I should get rid of my military access through Poland before my enemies make their way through. I mean, it's never really done anything for me. Or they're just going to chill out there a bit. Okay, Aragon and Savoy have punched through. They're going to start making a headway in this war, which I can comfortably say I don't want them to do. It doesn't look like he wants a lot, so I can just return a couple of provinces to our good friend Muscovy. Morom could be one of them. Shame it has that. Well, shame it has enormous amount of development. It's also a shame that it has that manufactory. But you know, whatever gets Muscovy out of my, whatever gets England and such out of my hair. And there was something else, right? Not Novgorod. It has to be Novgorodian, Muscovite, for me to do that, because then I won't lose my core. How common is speaking Gaelic in Scotland? Very, very, very uncommon. I don't do it. I don't know any Gaelic. Why would you know Gaelic? Yeah, they'd be satisfied with those two provinces. Maybe too satisfied. Why give in more than I have to? Could give them Gaelic, although it has another manufacturer that I want. What was the other one I was thinking about giving up? I've already forgotten what it was. But Jake Tech Tyrolean's message. What am I looking? Wow, Crivens! Who would have thought of that coming? Why for this cheer? There are many reasons, but really it boils down to because I want to, says Jake. Well, cheers there, Tyrolean. I thought you were trying to tell me to look at Tyrol for a moment. Well, because you want to is the best reason to do anything. Even if it's come to watch this thing despite my best viewer reduction strats that have truly backfired today. Right, what am I trying to do here? I want England out of my face. But even if I do that, it won't miraculously make Sweden go all that better for me. But now is the time, really, before they carve down the Netherlands. It's got to be done, and I might as well give up 2 provinces that are very, very easy to take back. So, cheers for that. Also, goodbye, goodbye a bunch of stuff. So I lose 2 provinces, whoop-de-doo, but I keep my cores on them, because we are also Muscovite. That's why it can be really handy to have another country with your same culture, so you can do that. You also lose, well, quite a bit of aggressive expansion. Germany seems to have forgiven me for everything. Jake's in Sweden. I don't know their law. Hi Jake, I PM'd you. Yeah, there you are, Chewy Yui. Stick around for the end of this and you'll get your game. A promise is a promise. Alright, now you're not totally unhappy about that, are you? No, in fact you're doing pretty good. And we have got the money now. I love admin, but I also really love money. I really love money. That's a genuinely difficult choice, but I've wasted more admin on worse things. Since when has EU4 ever worked as a viewer reduction strat? Back in the day, I guess. Back in the good old days. Let's curtail the mercenaries, we barely use them. We still have the Swedes trying to attack us up north, though. They'll be a while over in Trøndelag. And we have the mountains to defend us. And we're still gaining war score, let's not forget that. And Halt might not even be around for forever either. That's Magdeburg. Let's not go declaring wars we don't need to over mistakes like that. Which would be quite funny. Aren't you over force limit by a lot? Yes I am. Remember these guys I brought in? I brought them to feed my people. So for 1, these mercs are going away. For 2... do I have any regulars that I could drink right now? Well, I should worry less about that and worry more about you guys actually getting these 16,000. Or maybe 15,000, since that'll do you fine. Who else is thirsty for units? Actually, surprisingly few. No, I think somebody else is still thirsty for units. Do I have any armies that ran away and I completely forgot about? Because that's really something I would do. You're good, you're alright-ish. But could probably still stand to be better. So I guess the rest of you can go over and be chums with them. Helps a little, but not a lot. We're still over force limit, but I can live with that. We're still thirsty for 15,000, but I guess that's just these guys. Oh well. Jake, military PP cap before you forget. Well, that's very good, because I was going to forget there. Probably should have taken a military idea here instead. But no, we can finally get our killing floor. I love killing floor. I still think I can more or less wait these guys out faster than the Ottomans are keen to leave. 17, 12, 16. If I just strolled down into Anhalt and gave them a bad time, that would fix everything. And I should probably also start this war, whilst Sweden cannot make good on their guarantee. If anything, I should start that war very soon. Brunswick and Bohemia probably don't have a lot to offer, but we should be wary of it. Brunswick are 13k. Bohemia are 26k. So if I just bring over quite a lot, then we should be okay. The Swedes don't have enough to cross this as long as these guys are here. So I could actually fairly safely recall all of these guys and gear up for that other war. Which is me versus... Oh man, how do I even get here? I'd have to get access through Silesia. Who would totally give it to me? And then what? The Bohemians are not a friendly force to fight. But Lübeck don't like the Danes, so they won't give access there. I can still reconquer all this stuff from the Danes. Yeah, we're making our way over then. What are those Swedes doing? Yes, except for not getting destroyed by the Ottoman. Alright, you're gonna go there, huh? Well, you go there. You go there. And you also go in that general direction. And we'll get ourselves our own swivel cannons as well, just to show that we're better than them. Huh, it seems that Korea tried to not be a tributary state. I think they're better than Ming. They're also really going to pay for that. They should have made some allies. Oh, they made Ryukyu as an ally. That's kind of cute. Jake, no CB the Ottomans. Thanks for that infinite wisdom. I'll keep it in mind. For viewer reduction strats, you should do another ActRaiser 2 marathon, man. I'd be rusty at ActRaiser 2 by now. I wish Happy a Russian man was there to get rid of these rebs for me again. Thankfully, absolutism's looking great, courtesy of that passive growth. Unfortunately, it's the Gaelics, of course. Well, it's Sweden's problem now, kind of. All those Swedes up north. I'm still way over force limit. I should be doing something about that. Well, actually, neither of these guys actually abide by my standards, so I can just scrunch them up. That'll take me considerably closer, albeit not at my limit. And I could probably scrunch you as well and just deal with the numbers in the future. Looking better. Not amazing, but better. What about trucking? Usually gets rid of the rabble. Aye, that's true. Yeah, trucking would be a pretty great idea. We should see to that very soon. Oh, we should see to that kind of money. The clergy gain yet more of their dominance, but at least, well, okay, they've been wanting a lot of stuff from me for a while. It's like plus 20. Brings them dangerously high. 1660, you know, pay up, guys. Although the burghers won't be happy. But when are the burghers out? No, I can get more out of the burghers than these guys can offer me. I think this is what we call the clergy sod-off move. And the burghers, well, they keep me happy where they need to. I love that noise. Don't love the look of those enormous expenses though. It's like, being over force limit is certainly costing me heavily here. No one's doubting that part. Tricking Jake into thinking trucking is a viewer reduction strat when we all enjoy it as much as anything. It doesn't matter what you you like, it's just about... oh damn. Oh, they're just particularists, it's nothing. You know, I want to make stuff that's good. I mean, what I enjoy is what matters the most, but... losing my train of thought there. The point is, it's not what you want to see. No, that's not the point at all. Ugh, what am I doing? What the heck am I doing? The point is, there doesn't need to be a point. 7 and 11, 13 for the Ottomans. The Ottomans want this war over with, but the sooner I can get the others out of this war, the better the deal I can make for myself is. And I really want to fight the Danes before this war is over. Danish Jævel. Or is it Jævlar? I forget, and whichever is right, I make the wrong option. Also, these forts are costing me an arm and a leg. Ah, maybe it's just as well I'm keeping them because the Swedes are marching on in. Yeah, the Savoyard lowlands are there. The Ottomans, are they in debt? People are saying the Ottomans are 3,000 ducats in debt. Maybe they're loaning up to try to get manufactories, I'm not sure. I'd hate to say. Also, Aberdeenshire's rising up with the Gaelics. And they're just going to do what they do. And Memel's unhappy with this blockade that I, by mistake, gave to them. Foolish mistake made by me. Alright, but I got 5 cores that I can get back for my subject, and he's gonna not love me for it, but hate me less for it. I was so close to getting these jokers out of here. It'll also give me access to Anhalt to go and punch them out of this war fairly aggressively. Allied war score can only get us so far if we don't punch somebody else out of this. I need more units around here for that. I have 532 over there, one of my best. Since you're not actually doing anything and you're just there to dissuade, let's have the king hold that point. I think I can comfortably get both of you over there. You can hang back in Ratibor. You guys better come up the rear as well. It's a shame that the Swedes are now pouring into my country, disgustingly. It's also a shame that the Ottomans have just stopped caring so much about what I'm doing here. But I could declare war on Denmark and then start piecing people out, especially if I punch Anhalt out of all of this. But Berlin stops me from moving there. Oh, and I need access through Silesia for what I want to do here. And I should probably start giving the clergy a bit of land. They seem pretty mad at me for unknown reasons. High base tax, low caring about just about anything else. Why, that looks like Vilna to me. And I guess one other province. Minsk. They're unhappy, but eventually they'll be happy again. So what's the best one to retake here? 13, 16, 11, 26? Yeah, this is the Potsdam Recovery Agency. Nah, that's nothing to be scared of. Oh, hold that thought, I'm getting a call. Well, can't have been that important. They didn't really want to wait for it. Jake, could you check out the income and army strength of the Palatinate? Oh, sure. We got the time. I forget, is it Palatinate or the Palatinate? The Palatinate. 109 force limit. 64,000 troops. Tons of manpower. And... I mean, they must be pretty high on the income chart, really. Making 50 ducats a month with a decent treasury and 417 development, so there's something to be proud of, alright. Alright, shall we get moving here, guys? Bohemia's involved in this war, but they don't have any air corps, do they? No. No, they don't. I wonder if it's worth keeping you around after I get you all these cores or not. Or I could integrate you, but that's probably worth less than having a half-decent subject around here. And yes, we can see the New World. This is why Portugal's such a pain to fight. They bring in all these colonies that drag down our score. And this is a little scary. Friesland have an enormous colony. They're the ones dominating the New World. So they're probably going to have quite the resource to throw at me when we have to fight. Which we will have to do, because the Hansa belongs to us. Now still. Decent stack, not a decent stack, and debatable, but probably not a very decent stack. With more pouring in. Let's just get it on. And I don't really need to be spying on you anymore. If anything, I should be thinking what to do with all my diplomats. Now I can't get to Anhalt still. We have this this fort of yours that would be nice to bring down quickly. Oh right, there are these two provinces that belong to them as well. I should probably just slip into them. Oh, that might even be where their army is, over in Brno. I think I want this province down in a jiffy. Its very existence is a pain. Okay, no, they are certainly not keeping all of their units over there. All the more reason that these guys can spit off a few and take it over. Thanks for the access there, Silesia. It will go to good use. Would probably send my artillery over to Brno as well. Potentially with somebody with a touch of siege, like our king. No, not the king. He defends something very important. Not my land from Swedish incursion, granted, but from worse. Gotta keep them sweet. Come on, Ottoman. Oh wow, that took no time flat. Bohemia would probably almost want out of this war now. But that also allows us to move in. I should not have merged those, but I did. Clamp up. Use that 5 fire that we have. Well, use that 5 everything we have. Get things moving here. We've got a job to do. Oh, look who's running scared now. Oh, well, look who's about to run scared now. Nah, we're good. I mean, we have more morale, more discipline, more of everything that really matters here. Shouldn't be scared just because I see one bit of opposition to my rightful rule. Oh jeez, even if it's a 10 on the shock phase. It's okay, fire phase always looks after me. There we go, send them packing. Can't imagine these guys have very far that they can run to. And by placing Anhalt under threat of occupation, that should be enough to get them out. And there we go. I mean, I could take them over for not a lot of money, but I'd rather just get that war score. 4% of it, that's enough to keep my good friend the Ottoman happy as can be. And Provence will be out this in a jiffy, and then I should be able to get everything that I want out of these knuckleheads. No point even getting Bohemia out of this war right now. They're stuck. Will you expand Nitra into those South Bohemian provinces, Jake, or are they just being pure? This is just pure Nitran. I mean, look, it's not their culture. Why would they even get it? Yeah, sure, Denmark. Come and show me the merits of 10 to 1. Thanks. Oh, he really wants to. Fine by me. I'll happily roll up into there. I don't think there's anything that my super cannons need to do other than retake my subjects' forts. I wonder, could I absolutely remove these guys from the map? And you better believe I am. What a sad day to be Denmark. What a great day to be glorious Rostov, consolidating your hold on the everything. Alright, well, with this being ours, it's time to spread out. Oh, of course, Brunswick's in this as well. Might as well remove them from this equation. Of course I control things. I control everything. Except these Swedish guys just running around up there. Call for pizza has now arrived. I can feel for that because I am starving. Maybe we should call this session pretty soon. Didn't expect them to have so many in one place. I guess those Bohemians that I beat up are just scared there. But that's all the more reason to get them out of this, so I have fewer to fight, and it's just Brunswick and Denmark. And I mean, look at Bohemia there. Scared child that they are. They have nothing I want. I'm not even sure if any of this counts as Hanseatic. Well, this stuff might. I'm not sure. I've yet to do the real overlay. Better to do it by areas, I guess. Was South Saxony ever part of it? I mean, we went to Berlin, sure, but did we go further south than that? Now you can occupy Sweden's Danish land. This is true. If I go through Lubeck, and Lubeck does hate Denmark, then we can go for that 100%. We'll keep that in mind, but I don't want to have to fight units if I don't have to, so we'll just kick the Bohemians out. Plus, well, you know, this land is nice and not... let's look at it area-wise, shall we? Yeah, I don't really have any interest in this stuff. It's not Hanseatic, that's the rule that we're going by. I don't know though, Nitra could take this. And yeah, it's... well... nah, let's not get distracted from our cause here. I'm taking that. I don't mind you being allies with anybody because it really makes life easier for me. Oh, you are certainly not allowed cores on me. It looks grand. Kicking you out would stop me getting access around here. Worth keeping that in mind. But I think I have everyone I need over here. Except maybe those cannons. Worth it. Plus, these guys get black flagged, so they can go up and at them. Into Berlin, of course. And now we have a lot less to deal with. Granted, we're fighting into the woods. Also granted, we're going to murder them. And that event has been single-handedly the cause of me getting an obscene amount of legitimacy. Thank you, that event. You could form Russia, led by Rostov. No. No. We don't form Russia. This is our Rostov campaign, not the Russia campaign. It's nice being the debt collector of Europe. Okay, give it another month or two and those guys are out of here. You, however, I do need, like, some people holding on to this. Otherwise, well, those guys are going to die. They got nothing to look forward to there. Need 21 people sieging this down, unfortunately. Yeah, you got this. Sadly, not enough to get Brunswick out of this, but we're thinking about the money now. Thinking about a lot of things. Berlin's a bit of a pain to take back, but we will have to take it back. As many cannons as we can, ideally. I like that he's trying to convert his lands back. Okay, I have somebody black flagged here, right? Yeah, scrunch up, guys. I am over my force limit something nasty. Which I guess is a lesson you guys could learn. Yeah, there we go. Good enough. Gotta save that money hard. Okay, the situation is almost unbearably under control. Provence is gone. War score on the Swedes is utterly disgusting, and we can take everything we want. It's going to be very expensive in a variety of ways, and our war exhaustion is probably unpleasant. But still, the Great Nordic War has gone in our favour. Yes, it was truly a great Nordic War. I think it's probably worth the 6% war score to take Trøndelag. Because I don't want that fort getting my way in the future, and now it can be my fort. A pain to look after, and that's also a pain, that overextension. I don't want to have to spit out any subjects here. I really don't want to have to spit out subjects here. And there's not a whole lot I can do about this unless I really want to take it all for myself, and I really do. Hell, I would like that so I can connect up all of this together. We can just walk over to Trondelag. But it's hard to deny that that overextension is scary. I could spit out Finland. Up absolutism, Jake. Aye, the absolutism is looking okay. Don't know. We could up it more if that's what you mean. Is that Bordigo part of your view reduction strat? Nah. Overextension is just a number. It's a scary number to let slip by, though. And how much could I surrender to Finland here? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all. Do I have any current subjects that would be happy holding on to it? Nitra or Brandenburg? Well, I guess it's high time we had another subject, and Finland, I guess, is going to be that subject. He can have the likes of Obo and Åland and all that. But I'm having this, that's for certain. And we will integrate Funland when we can. This war here, on the other hand, isn't over though, so there's no point in rushing this one. We've already won it, so we might as well win this other war first. And, of course, in this war, this land goes back to Brandenburg. And do I have a good reason not to just march right up here? I don't have to de-siege Berlin, since I have everything I need to win here. And that's a pathetic number of units my enemy has. So we get the military access to go over, and we, how you say, go over. These guys aren't so happy. I think they're stuck here. We're still going over though. Brandenburg can hold Kalmar and another south province. I don't want Brandenburg to hold on to this stuff because I want to own this as quickly as possible, and I'm going to keep Brandenburg around as a fighting mule. Which might make sense in some contexts, I'm not sure. Denmark doesn't give access to those cowardly Swedes, and I'll cancel that access because it's costing me. Oh, is it costing me? Not sure if I want you over there, but that 2 siege would help out quite a lot. And I would like Denmark to not exist after this. You know, in an ideal world. It's just reconquest, surely nobody will hate us that much for it. Holstein will make HRE members unhappy. Don't you need to integrate Brandenburg eventually for Berlin? Yes, I will integrate them eventually, but what I'm saying is I'm not looking to do that anytime soon. Alright, we'll get our ruler at this. Oh my, what's that? Danish separatists in Sweden? Say it is not so. And they're winning. Oh my. The Ottomans love this war now. Laughable how much the Danes have to outnumber the Swedish to actually take them on in battle. Shut up, I know what you're trying to say there. I do want to finish this war soon though, it's getting expensive. I mean, I could probably settle for this, but why settle? Okay, there's no particular need to ravage Holstein, except for it being a really nice fort. And actually, I don't think I could handle even more overextension at this rate. Maybe it would be better to settle. Give it a little bit. Could always vassal a small Denmark and promote rebels for free Swedish land. Nah, we take directly. Dithmarschen still have their core, but they're not worth our time here. Not worth the water I put in their filthy cages. Got a lot of forts around here that I'm paying for that really do not need to be paid for right now. Also, Muscovy need to die. I can't spend too long without my beloved Gallic and Morom, which is simply handing these guys manufactories. And Brandenburg must really not be a fan of me for what I'm doing here. Already got royal ties with them, but their Liberty Desire is probably going to spike. And their dip tech is far better than mine. Well, whose isn't by this point? Okay, so Sweden are trying to make a comeback. They won't, but they're trying. You gotta kind of admire that. And I feel for Brandenburg, everything I've put them through, so I will probably pay off their debt, but they don't have any. Oh, that's nice. Muscovite truce is up. Muscovy's gotta die. But first, this stuff. Also, these sieges are not going as planned. Yeah, disease outbreak kicking me when I'm down. I don't need everybody here on this. Go help them out. You're getting close to the admin cap, Jake. Yes, I am. I'm also getting a lot of war exhaustion that I really don't want right now. I'd love to end this war, because it's making my coring that bit more expensive. The Danes need to lose that fort before they're gonna give up. And I want this thing down. Brunswick don't deserve to be in this fight. I want all their money. Actually, every last penny they have. Oh, nice. Berlin fell. That frees you guys up. That's a lot of cannon I can throw on... priorities. A lot of cannons. Jake, will you only take the hands of cities? Or will you take the provinces in between as well? Not much fan of border go. No, it's going to be clean. It's ideally just going to say Rostov here. Ideally. I mean, I'm open to cleaner borders. I harp on about them enough. I should live by what I say. Especially when I'm doing the dev stream. Berating everybody who dares to have not very uniform borders. Not going to have my king fighting this. It's not worth the risk. But killing Denmark, it's always worth the non-existent risk. Let's get you down here. Hopefully we can't take Brunswick a bit faster. War exhaustion getting dangerously high. I know. Also rebels rising up just about everywhere. I know that too. Just need this to fall and then I can take all their money. It's always worth it for money. Alright, I still have military access to Silesia. I should get my units onto Lübeck so I can black flag them and get them away safely. See if I ever remember that. I probably won't. .64, nice. Brunswick, you fought well. Oh, that's a joke. You fought pathetically, but that's why I'm taking all your everything. Cheers and so long. Which means you guys can actually get back somewhere. Yeah, over to Kiev. Nice force limit there. Supply limit. Whatever limit. And now I could probably do whatever I want with you. Up to and including taking all this. And I'm struggling to see a reason not to. You know, I can always feed more land over to Finland, even if I really don't want to. And that's 21. And that's 78. So yeah, I'd be straddling, but we'd be okay. I'd just give all this over to Finland. Nice. That's very nice, in fact. Hope the aggressive expansion doesn't kick my ass. Which would be really funny if it did. However, you know, no aggressive expansion here. And we're not about to see it, because I like this guy. I like St. Nicholas quite a lot. So cheers Denmark, especially for all your money. Oh, well, jeez, be that way. Because Holstein is of course part of the Hansa. Unsiege Bremen, nah, there's no need. There was never any need. Okay, HRE doesn't feel too bad about that, just wait until they see this. Wow, those Swedish devils have a whole bunch of money that belongs to me. And the Ottomans only get 108 or so of it, so that's good news. Alright, it was a long, hard war, and we got fairly blitzed in between it. Also, I forgot to move these guys into Lübeck. What you gonna do? Was that a Danish South American colony I saw? Maybe, but we don't know about South America, or any kind of America. Because we are the Hansa. Good God. Gotta hand it to Nitra, they didn't bleed a single drop for me. I think they just hung out there. Well, credit where credit is due. They survived. So Brandenburg's looking pretty good, but they are immediately not very happy with me for unknown reasons. So I guess I should do nice things for them. Don't really want to develop in them. And I like having... Oh, of course, I can just pay off their debt. They like me a lot more now. And probably influence their nation, but I have no diplomats free and I don't want them getting support at this very moment, so... we shall placate you. I'd like to do that as well, but nah. Phew, what a war. What a hell of a war. Normally I'd stop right here, but I would actually like to sort my nation out first. Before I go and get dinner, and then prep up for FTL. Now, did I get my mission complete yet? Let's wait one day. There we go. Prestige, manpower, recovery speed. We are definitely going to recover overextension. National recovery sounds really good as well, and our war exhaustion will not go down fast enough. So I'll take that. So first off, overextension is ludicrous right now, so we need to release a nation or three. It's going to be Finland. Catholic, disappointing. We can change that in the future. Now that still doesn't bring our overextension down to manageable levels, so I should probably give them Kainu. And Obo. Well, that might be it. I don't know when that thing updates. But I said they could also get Åland. You know, if the United Nations thinks it's their land, then it's clearly their land. Who am I to disagree? Whew, thought I gave them the wrong one there. What else is there? I mean, with this, I should have just the right amount of everything. Except, of course, these inland ones are going to be a pain like that. But still, we'll cover the rest. I'm not reducing my war exhaustion because it's expensive on my absolutism. Otherwise, my nation is fairly burnt out here. Fairly badly burnt out. And I didn't return my units at all. Let's pick them up as best we can. Get them back and get ready to smack Muscovy 1 proper in the chops. Ooh. Sweden revoked their guarantee on Denmark. Of course you did. Do you even know where Denmark is anymore? Because I don't. Okay, well I guess they're up there, but that is certainly not Hanseatic land. It's their new capital. I didn't even do them the favour that I did for Scotland. New World capital, they should be thanking me for that. It's Scottish and Reformed. Oh yeah, speaking of Scottish problems, I still have these Gaelic separatists that I'll have to deal with eventually. Moving to Stavanger, of course. What? Well, I'm sure they have a good reason. Oh wow, I didn't expect that. Was I gonna give those guys any more land? because 100%, I can't remember if the trigger is being above 100 or exactly 100. You know, 100 is probably fine. Oh, and I never paid attention to my aggressive expansion, but that's never hurt me before, and it'll never hurt me now. I have a reconquest to do on Muscovy, and they're going to feel the pain. Unless they would be kind enough just to hand that land over. Oh, how they almost would. But you know, any excuse to go and curb stomp them further. The Ottomans, despite drowning in debt, are still okay. Just strengthen government once, Jake. Wait, why would I do that? Oh, you mean for the overextension thing? Probably not a bad idea. Probably a very good idea. But so too could I, you know, crush some rebels. Do I have any of these guys coming? Norwegian separatists. Crunch. There we go. Events don't happen at exactly 100. Well, there we go, but we still played it safe. Nice. Very nice. I want to keep people on my good side. However, because my army is somewhat dwindling status, unsurprisingly people are turning a bit away from me. Maybe I should just develop in this guy's lands. They are fairly cheap to do so. And I'm drowning in mill, of course. There we go, that'll keep him good. Unfortunately, it has Berlin that's going to get rid of the devastation that I built up here, except for Altmark. But you can't win them all, especially if you're from Altmark. Cue me knowing nothing about Altmark. Alright, we made it out of there. I'm going to get my units back, and then we're just going to... Oh man, I forgot about these guys. I've got a bigger army than I thought. Nice. Okay, well, you are going to be in charge of killing Russia. Well, fake Russia. How would the saying go? You are fake Russia. That should get you all the way back here. Oh damn, yeah, I completely forgot about those guys. And that boosted up my force limit to almost, well, to exactly what I have. And our deficit is less than 10,000 manpower. I still remember the days when I was like, oh, you know, if you ever let your manpower fall to 0, you have lost. Oh, how times have changed from that naive little boy. Still, these rebels want to rise up, which is a bit of a pain in the bits, but what you gonna do? Dalaskogan, at the very least, is mine with that fairly nifty amount of production. Hate to say it, but it makes an excellent state here. Shame it's not very Russian. Muscovy still needs to die. Oira to getting crushed by Kham and Delhi. Attacker against Oirat in the Kham reconquest. Kham. Kham is also a tributary, so they get a free pass at fighting another tributary. Makes sense. And I need to get rid of that Lübecker military access. Alright. I gave up 40, 50... Is that 54 development? It's a lot, and I'm having it back, Muscovy. And there's very little you and that 2 forts I let you keep are going to do about it. Except make my life a little less pleasant some way, somehow. Good call in, friends, but look, I'm just after 2 provinces here. I shouldn't have to drag them over hot coals for it. Nobody even wants to know Denmark anymore. It's like they are just so accepting of our new rule here. I mean, why wouldn't they be? But still. Frisia probably are not happy with our new rule. single merc would do well to bring us back all this land. Okay, but I know England hate me now, so if I ever get bogged down in war, they're probably going to jump me again. And their alliance chain is magnificent. It is just Western Europe. I should probably start thinking about getting some big, bad Palatinate help on my side. They liked me earlier. They'll probably like me again. I mean, I did some nasty things, sure, but all for the right reasons. Fake Denmark now in Iceland. Yeah, still nobody wants to know him. Sounds like it's time to kill England. It's been time to kill England ever since they got involved in that Teutonic War in ways that I really did not like. Also, because I lost Defender of the Faith, I lost my extra missionary. So let's get that back. I have no intention of losing more wars. And I do have the intention of converting this land. Despite separatism really rising up across my country. That's what you get for doing all those reduction of autonomies. Even the Rostovians want to rise up. Alright, we done good, but we're going to call it there. I am going to go for some quick dinner. Shouldn't take more than 35 minutes. And then we'll be back with the smash hit comedy Into the Airlock. So cheers for joining on the Rostov journey to the perfect Hansa. And with the destruction of the Swede, just as a social construct, we are another step forward to perfection. And cheers again for Tyrolan. That was pretty jaw-dropping. As I said, I'll be back in about 35 minutes, and then we're off into space. So just for now, cheers, and cheerio.